May
All
refresh.
right. We are live
All
with
right, dope.
Jake. Know it to flip it. He's going to give us an update. We get to hear from the man himself
In the building.
in the
We are
building. Yes,
live.
sir.
All
Oh,
right,
okay.
dope.
Can you hear the echo? Okay, you took it off.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a go. Yep.
Okay. We're good to go. The B will join in whenever he's available. So we'll see when that is.
No one cares about Ken, so it's okay.
Let me see who's here in the chat. Stevie D, SA, Hustle and Muscle, Armand, Mr. Meat Meep, D-Bay, Michael, Kevin Montez, and Brian. What's up? Glenn sourcing was trash today. Big Money Mo, Original Closet, Retrospective Gear, SA. Let me see. He says, Big Money Mo, you're not on IG anymore. Let's see what he says. Hustle Crow. Let's see. SA says, Hustle be lost weight. Who is that guy? No, to flip it. Ken
Wait, and
Ellis.
got a lot more handsome.
A lot more hands. Chris Koo Kick says he's alive. Let's see. Paola, Oscar, Leo, Jake Shinin out here in the chat. Jake in the building.
What up?
Jay
What up?
Cox showing love from Japan. Falcon Fan. Chris Montgomery. Extra Grands. Leo, His Majesty in the house. Jake. Let me see.
This feels so weird, man. Like I haven't done this in so long.
I like on 3 legs. Got the mids on. Let's do this in honor of Jake. Kicks for the soul. Me Young 76. It's been a while. Ken says you found a ghost. Sue Huskins. Daniel. My fellow OG. Jake still rocking $40 fades.
Oh, come on now.
Go-
$15. $15.
Middle M already $5 in the super chat. Did you watch the Spider-Man trailer? What did you think of it, Jake?
No, I haven't seen it. Is it the Spider-Man with that like? It's the same one from the Avengers, right?
I think so. I didn't even see the trailer.
Like honestly, like I mean, if anyone cares, I'm not feeling new Spider-Man.
Okay, so
Like it's too animated. It just doesn't seem right. Like Toby Maguire will always be Spider-Man to me.
All right, this is gonna be the easiest live show we do. It's gonna be straight chilling. Any questions you have for Jake outside of my own questions, you can throw that in the chat. We'll ask him, see what he's been up to, and see we have updates on. We'll talk about YouTube. We'll talk about reselling. We'll talk about making extra money out there. And we're going to start off with, so the schedule got kind of messed up. Obviously, we have Labor Day today. We also had some news, from a friend that other things going on. So just kind of, I wasn't really in the mood actually. But I did want to get Jake on, and then the B will come on soon. So let's start off with YouTube. So your last video, July 17th, 2021. So about a month and 3 weeks. We're going on to about 2 months.
Yeah.
YouTube world, time goes by quick. And I was looking, so this video was $1,600 shattered backboard ones and some dunks in there. You were at apparently a unknown hidden area.
Yes.
Nike outlet.
Correct.
Any news where this outlet was? No.
I can't give that information.
Okay, fine.
The whole thing was I was tipped off to it, but the whole condition was I can't say where it is.
Okay. And this video was also less than 5 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
We had a shout out at the very end with some music, but not and video of you going up an escalator, but not a lot of any other details, anything, about Jake, about Chase, nothing. So what is going on? What are you working on right now? Can we expect a new video soon?
I mean, it's been kind of like rough with YouTube. I mean, obviously, like Glenn knows, like reselling in general, the reselling channels have all been kind of on a downward spiral. And just in general, to make a YouTube video, it is a lot of effort and it's a lot of work, and it's like you just got to kind of feel like the drive to do it, and like that drive has kind of been missing for me for a little while now. And so when I put that video out, it was kind of like, all right, man, let me kind of just get back into it a little bit. That's why it was just short and sweet, just like, put it out there. But honestly, man, it's like it's so difficult to get any traction. I mean, especially for me, I mean, my channel's not that big. So like my subscriber base is smaller, and but it's really all about like YouTube's impressions, right? Like who they show it to. So a couple of people who watch were like, bro, you put a video out, you know what I mean? Like 3 weeks after the fact, because nobody gets notifications, nobody knows. People don't even know what the hell my name is. I don't know anymore either. So I'm just like everybody else. I even put the note to flip it logo back out because I was like, shit, I don't know.
I
Let
did
me
see
just
that.
go ahead and do that, man. Who knows, right? So yeah, but I mean there was no like real traction. So it's like when you don't get any tractions, like your motivation is lower or whatnot. But just reselling period, I haven't been doing as much of. I mean I got some like mids and stuff I was reorganizing back there. I'm gonna try to sell. But I haven't picked up much. A couple of Plato's finds. I think that's about it, honestly. I went to this like little spot I know. I picked up some kind of old school Adidas shoes, some of them old Kobe's. Glenn, you've seen those before, but
Mhm.
other than that, I haven't really had anything exciting to share on top of that. You know,
Have you seen anybody out there in the wild, like Ross Shallington, any other?
Mm-mm. I mean, I
No.
I haven't even gone into a Ross in probably like I don't know 5 months. I mean, it's been a minute.
Dang.
Yeah, it's been a minute because I mean, like, there's nothing that you know. Every time I go in, bro, it's like nothing. Like there used to be a time where you would go in and actually find something to at least look up, right? At this point, it's like I don't even have that. There's like you could go in and it's like nothing. It's just bare bones and everything's trash and a bunch of like shitty LeBron jerseys, like from what is it called, Fandemics or so? What
Uh,
is it?
Fanatics.
Fanatics. Like nobody wants that crap, right? So it's just been trash, man.
All right,
Burlington as
let me go
well.
back to your first statement. You said reselling channels have been a downward spiral. Now,
Right.
some channels would disagree.
If you're
Harry
Seth Fowler,
Tornado. No, we'll get into that.
all right,
Harry Tornado and some
right,
other reselling channels have been doing good. My issue was, and we've talked about this before, being in a reselling thing that has to do like with sneakers. It's like you're not really part of the sneakerhead channels, but yet you're
right,
not really part of the reselling channels. You're like in a
right.
weird gray area
Hmm.
of, I don't know, like Plato's with Ross and other stuff. So maybe that's something to do with it. But I mean, you have almost 16K. I mean, that's not something to just blow off. That it's
No,
not.
no, I agree with you completely. But like when I go back and I check like the analytics for the video, like this last video, the impressions were like 1/6 of like an older video. You know what I mean? It's like the impressions just go down and down. YouTube is like, whatever, man, we don't care about you anymore. I mean, it's really all about YouTube pushing you. Plus I guess your loyal base as well. Your loyal base keeps you alive, and that's basically who keeps me alive when they watch my videos, is probably my like the people that rock with me the most. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for even finding me under whatever name you searched. But so yeah, it's really about that. But yeah, you're right. Like some YouTube channels, reselling channels, are more like um garage sales, all that widespread stuff. And then they have a lot of videos with advice, like, and these are the 10 items I sold last, and like the traditional kind of YouTube stuff. Like
Mm,
yeah, obviously there's room for a couple of those to be big because there's always been a couple big ones, right? I,
like a
I
Rally Roots or like a.
Right. And I haven't looked at them in a while, but I did notice the Harry Tornado. I don't remember how I came across it. Might have came up in the recommended, and I did see he was getting some really good views when I checked it. But that's about all I've really noticed or that's come across my feed
I
personally.
think. Oh, what was it? Big Money Mo says, "Yeah, if you're dumpster diving, you're getting views."
I
Some of
was
the
just
dumpster
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Yeah, to the dumpster diving, man, you can find some gold because those stores throw away some really valuable things.
looking up gift card, find gift cards, how much are these gift cards worth, like crazy stuff. So that stuff. Reselling channels are so cringe. Sue Huskin says, what about the name? Taking the
Like
dots out of the Jake, or we're gonna go back to know it to flip it. What are you planning to do? What do you want to do?"
I don't know anymore. Like I'm really like I don't know what I want to do. Like I wanted to do some things and then I kind of lost that motivation. And then it's like the reselling stuff is what I know is kind of easy, but at the same time, I have nothing to like really show anybody that's really like worth looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? A couple of Vapor Max I sold and from Play-Dohs or something. Like no one cares about that. You know, everything's been it's been dry, everywhere I've been going lately. So I don't know. Maybe like when shelves start getting stocked back up and there starts being more things to share. But right now it's kind of like it's trash. And Chase has been acting really lame too. So
He's lame.
yeah.
Let's see what the chat says. What should his name be? No, to flip it. Jake. Other. Any other ideas? Middle and this thumbnail.
Hey, I'm just gonna do it like Kanye's Donda. I'm just gonna put a black in my logo and just have no name. It's just
then we'll really
it's just
see
gonna be
these analytics
underscores.
work.
It's gonna be a bunch of underscores.
Well, looking at your latest comments, Jake, where's the content? This is something I look forward to watching at the weekend. Hope everything's okay. We need more vids. Bro, where you been at? Why was this not addressed? You commented back, yeah, I'm still kind of missing. Let's see. Awesome. A lot of people definitely liking these videos. Even says Charles here, right? He said like help him get through the pandemic and things like that.
I
We
mean,
need
I
more videos of
appreciate
Jake
that.
flexing, says Josh.
I like the flex, man. It's all about clout to me, but I haven't been able to. I mean, I'm always on a clout chase, but it hasn't been working out lately.
There's Ross Shallington. See, we mentioned him. Now he's here.
Mm.
You need to go the podcast route. Project Well, let alone Bit Funny. So there we go. What about, have you thought about podcasts before?
Like just like no visuals, just like
all talking.
Like Nacho's been doing.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what?
he's still been making videos,
but I know they doing a podcast too.
Yeah, they're doing the podcast too. You were a guest. I was a guest. They're definitely they're better guests than us, but
much better.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, they had like real people, right? They had like the guy who made like the pumps and like the guy who designed Adidas, and they're like the real Jake. I'm like, no one gives a shit about me, man. What am I doing on here? I appreciate them though.
Definitely. Let me go back up, man. Good comments on here. People want to see you not find Dookie also. I mean, you have to always only post fire, stay consistent. I'm talking to you, Jake. So that's what's popping. Well, here's the thing though, is like Koo Kicks can also relate, which I'm also glad that he's here. But I've had like a Vapor Max Plus when they would show up at Burlington. It's like you put it in the thumbnail, and then this one hits like 100K views, and then the next video you maybe find like a Jordan or something. This was maybe like late last year, and then it's like 3-4K views, and like, so it has to be like a fire ass find, for I think to grab some attention. But at the same time, like you said, if YouTube doesn't push it, you're just kind of there for a while until you can maybe hit some sort of, I don't know, like some sort of fire in this, because you've talked about this before and I've noticed it. Like 2019, I definitely saw the videos hit and they kept on hitting and YouTube was pushing them. Same thing happened, Nacho Average finds. Like we've seen him go through like, went pretty well and then it was hitting. Now with you, is like I saw it hit like early 2019 and then it kind of slowed down a little bit after that. And I was kind of confused why, because you were pretty consistent on that part too. And that's what I think is the most frustrating about the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's like you don't. I mean, it sounds really shallow to be like, I don't want to make videos unless I get views.
Yeah.
But I mean, people have to understand, yo, like when I would do a video, it literally would take me 10 hours, like just for like a 8-9 minute video. And then you put it out, nobody watches it. It's kind of like, and I know when I say nobody, obviously 3-4K, that's good. But I mean, like, even like the ad revenue wise, it's never been a lot. It's never been a lot, but it was at least enough to like make a car payment or something like that, and then it gets to a point where it's like, you're making $12, on 10 hours of work, what I'm saying? And it's like, to get yourself like revved up to do it, it's kind of like, well, then you're doing it all just for the love of it. There's no financial incentive at that point. But yeah, I mean, it's like, you just don't know, like it's when YouTube pushes you, like YouTube pushed me for YouTube pushed like 3 of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like I have like 3 videos that have like over 50K or something. I know I never had a 100K one. I never had anything like that. But after that, it was really like just my grassroots people, my subscribers, and a couple extra. Because like we talked about this before, I was averaging like like 10 to 15K a video. But I mean, financially, that's at least like $100. You know what I'm saying? It's something, right? You put out
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 videos, $500. I mean, you make a car payment, whatever. But when you're getting like barely any views, it gets rough. It gets rough. And kind of like, does anyone care about me more than nobody wants to watch anyway? And then the quality of your videos gets worse because you're just throwing shit out there to see if it sticks. I mean, that's why so many people come and go on YouTube. It's hard to stay. It's hard to stick around. Unless you're Hustler Hacks, you've been in the game for like 25 years.
I mean,
Hey, wait, hold on.
okay, go ahead,
Hustler
go ahead.
Hustler Hacks was on a beta YouTube before YouTube was even a thing. It was just like members only. Hustler Hacks was on there.
Oh man. The crazy. Yes, I have been doing it for a long time, but the push, mini pushes here and there. But how many YouTubers that we know, from sneaker wise to reselling wise, that have numbers that are way bigger than ours, right? Like channel wise,
Right.
views, subscribers. But the thing is like, you don't want to get into this big comparison thing. But then if you do have someone like Seth Fowler, I don't know him, you don't know him. I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy.
Right.
The thing is, which we've caught the comments before, we've gotten DMs and stuff like that. Hey, like reintroducing Plato's Closet, Ross, Burlington to a new, bigger crowd that we don't have that subscriber fan base. But now, we've seen the comments in there and some of those videos like, hey, I never knew about Plato's Closet. I never knew about Ross. And yeah, we've been doing videos for a while, but YouTube never, for whatever reason, maybe hit those certain people that do watch whatever channels. So, and what do you think about that? I mean, it's definitely, it's a huge fan base, and it has, I don't know how many subs. I think it was like almost 1 million, right? It's like 800K or something.
Yeah, I think he's like 800K. I don't know. Like he obviously started making videos like that. Probably maybe his normal videos weren't getting traction as much as they used to. I think everybody's been kind of just like going down a little bit. And then he tried that. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a good concept. I mean, he said he took it from somebody else. But yeah, I mean, to say I'm gonna start with $20 and try to get a pair of Air Mags. I mean, that's actually an interesting way of setting it up. And to be honest, and me and you both know, it's completely possible. I mean, it's just how long is it going to take? Yeah, right? You just sell the shoes, you don't spend the money, you put in a pot. Yeah, eventually you're going to have $10,000, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how long is it going to take? But it's a good concept, and he's already got a base, so people are interested, and not people haven't seen our videos or cared about reselling in general. Now they might care a little more.
Well, I think back in, man, I mean, how many years ago was like reselling looked down upon, right? Like in the sneaker, it's like, man, this dude's a reseller. Like, they don't want to deal with that. End up getting like, killed in the chat or in the comments, or like, and then it kind of turned into like reselling was like the cool thing,
right?
And it's still kind of there, reselling and sneakers have definitely changed. Now we're getting into with other things introduced with crypto and stocks, people getting into a bunch of other things. But it was kind of crazy to see that now it was cool to resell with everybody getting into it.
Right.
Then go back up. I know Kukix also mentioned too, is kind of like, then we also saw that transition from going to stores, finding stuff to reselling to sneaker stores.
Right.
Like a Cam's Kicks or like, what's the Seattle one? I don't know, I forgot their name.
The girls one?
Yeah, the girls one. Things like that. So that also changed, and those are huge views. I mean, you were watching a lot. You're like, man, these are entertaining. So
well, I remember when Cam Cakes got recommended to me at like 3K subs, and I watched it. I was like, this is gonna blow up. Like you just know, you could tell. And also, anytime anybody who has 3K subs comes up in your recommendation feed, YouTube is like saying like, all right, we're trying to push. Because if you notice, most of your recommendations are not going to be low view type videos,
Let me see. We need more. Jake missed the 3-hour lives. Stevie D. What about going live or something? Any Something
I don't know.
easy to not do
Yeah, I
any
mean,
editing or
that's true. I mean, I might do that. I mean, it's just like I gotta. This might be the thing talking with you that gets me more like whatever you call it, lights of fire or something like that. Because yeah, it's been kind of. I just haven't been feeling it recently, and I got to get back into it.
well, I guess the real thing is, do you really have to get back into it? I mean, that's totally up to your call. I think that people, yeah, we want you to get back into it, but if you don't want to get back into it, that's the thing, has to be in your heart, just like reselling would have to be. Like some people don't want to resell anymore. You don't have to. Like,
But you know what? But during while I was doing it, I did really enjoy it. Like I enjoy like talking to people and like you know new people on talking to people on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I did enjoy it. Like when I put out a video and then I go through my comments, I mean that's really fun. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's just like getting to that point, getting up to make that video because I'm very like critical of myself. Like I'm like people don't want to watch this trash. Like I put something together, I'm like people don't want to watch this trash. You know what I mean? But they do. I mean, a lot of people watch garbage ass. I watch garbage ass videos all the time where someone just sits in front of a camera and talks for 15 minutes, right? And I'm just like, I guess I could do that, right? But I just feel like people aren't going to want to watch that necessarily. But you never know.
yeah. I think that's one of the tough, especially in the very beginning. I would do the same thing. Like hate the way I sound, hate the way I look. Who's really gonna care about this? But in this case, like we said, like 16K. It's no joke. It's still there. Obviously, the fan base still there. They're here watching too. Let me go back to the chat because we have a lot of stuff I totally missed. Josh, what about some bathroom reviews? When was the last time you did a bathroom review?
I know, man. It's been a minute, but it's like I felt like I said everything. Like the Saudi Arabian marble and all that imported shit. I'm like, what am I gonna say now? Like I already said that, and then there's people coming into the bathroom now that COVID's over. Now there's more people in the bathroom or whatever. Well, COVID's not over, excuse me. But now that there's more people in stores, like I used to have those bathrooms like free to myself, so I could just go in there and say whatever. But yeah. So you're right. You're right. I need to do a bathroom. Maybe I'll just make a bathroom review channel. Maybe that's just what it'll be at this point.
There we go. Maybe that's what YouTube wants and needs.
It does. You know
Bathroom
what? That's
reviews.
true. That doesn't exist.
No, I don't think it does exist. Let me see. Kukik says people don't know how much of a grind this YouTube game is, which is an interesting comment. But at the same time, every time I see other videos of people getting burnt out on YouTube or I'm getting kind of tired of this, things like that, people are always like, well, it's kind of on you for making a channel. Like you decided to make a channel. That's what comes with it. Same thing as like if you get hate comments, bullied, people tell you whatever they want. That's part of the whole thing. I guess when you start off, maybe because some people, we start off having fun, you want to make videos and it turns into kind of like a business wise, or like you do want to make good content but still get some money on the ad
Right.
revenue.
Right.
That's probably when things get, things change. But
I mean, it's just human nature, right? Because like if you start a channel and then you get 200 views, it's great, right? But it's like once you hit a certain thing and that's kind of what you get used to, then anything less than that, it's like, you just start. It's kind of like a whatever. I mean, I don't know the word I want to use for it. It is kind of like disrespectful, but I mean, it's just kind of how people get. That's why so many people fade off. Is like they get used to such high views, and then suddenly the views go way down, and they're like, "Well, I'm not just gonna do this for 5,000 views or whatever." You know what I mean? It's like a mental thing.
let me see. We just want to see you back and do what you want, says Ken. It's a good
Well,
comment.
I appreciate you, Ken.
Now you did have other ideas that you did want to kind of explore. I know you haven't really gotten into it yet, but maybe that's still on the options there. But
Yeah, I mean, there's so many options. It's just like getting up and doing it, It's like because some of the ideas I have are going to be embarrassing to myself if I do them like in public or stuff like that. But I think they'd be funny, and I want to do it. It's just like I got to just get myself up to it, man. I really do. Oh my God, who invited, bro? Does you have like a permanent link to your live?
And he's got snacks on deck.
What's going on, man? What's up?
I just come in, like I was checking who was in the room.
He was just feeling the vibe first to see.
Yeah.
See if
Yeah,
it was worth his time.
I had to listen to it. And I was like, oh man, he's talking some sense.
All right, so we'll throw B in here pretty soon. He has some questions and see what he has to say. Charlotte Cakes, you guys definitely helped me. Appreciate that. Jake, we appreciate you, bro. Post again, says Ken.
Appreciate you.
Let me see. Go back on here. Don't get burnt out. Just leave. Let me see what else we have in here. Oh snap! It's Jake, the mid god.
You know what though, man? About mids, bro. Like mids have been falling off, man. Mids have been falling off.
That's because you stopped making videos with him.
I guess you're right, man. Either that or they're just making too many of them. I don't know what's going on.
They are making too many of them.
Yeah, too many.
They're even making too many regular Jordan 1s and
even
Jordan 1
one.
highs.
Yeah.
Don't even do the flipping. Just make vids. You got enough followers. So what if he used the same channel and completely changed into a different niche?
You gotta change the name. What's your YouTube name now?
Don't worry about it. Hey, yo, I got the know it to flip it logo, and then the name is The Real Jake.
I know. I'm like,
I'm dabbling in a little bit of both right now.
Okay.
So when he sticks to one, then we'll know.
Yeah, just name it like they call me Jake or something like that, or The Sweet Life of Jake.
I like it.
Yeah, I think Know What to Flip It's gonna have to. You know what? Know What to Flip It's gonna have to be that channel unless you completely start a new one, and then you go into completely different niche.
True.
Like B has talked about all the time. Like if he was gonna do a completely different thing, it would be cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would be the Jake niche? That's not reselling.
Honestly, like I wouldn't mind doing like the kind of videos where you do like like the people who do like the commentary on shit, like interesting shit.
Dude,
That's kind of
I watch those.
Yeah, me too. And they seem easy to make, and you just kind of put your opinion on something, and people who give a shit about what you got to say will watch it.
You always got an opinion, Jake. Come on.
I do. Thank you,
man. Ken says you're confusing the fans. Know It to Jake. Honestly, Know It to Flip It has a ring to it. They like Know It to Flip It. The real Know It to Flip It. says Brian. Baker Brand 130 plus watching. Hit that like button.
Man, we're hitting some views tonight.
Yeah, they want to know what he's up to, where he's been. So let's go back to the reselling part. You said you haven't gone to a Ross in 5 months.
Right.
What about Plato's Closet, those type of videos, or going to go stores? Have you gone to those type of stores?
Yeah, Plato's Closet I've been dropping into here and there, and I found a couple things like I was telling you earlier, like Vapor Max and some kind of just like regular things, nothing crazy that I could just like point the camera at and be like, oh my god, look at this. There's none of that.
The price is pretty sky high.
No, hell no. Yeah, their prices have been going way up too. Thanks to you, Glenn.
Of course. Plato's and do you have Uptown Cheapskate? You go
back
and, here and there, but both of them are sky high prices?
Yeah, well, the Uptown Cheapskate always had high prices because there's one like right by my house. And but they just like stopped buying shoes. They stopped buying men's shoes. They used to have a bunch of Jordans and stuff like that. And I would go in there whenever they finally did their clearance because no one was paying their prices. They put everything at like $150. I mean, they got some mids in there right now, bro, for like $159.99.
Oh my word.
Yeah, we have some mids for $200 at one of mine. And then they end up doing like extra 10%, 20%, 25, 30. It just keeps going down, but still no one's gonna pay that.
Right.
So what are they kind of focusing on then? Clothing, like women's or more?
It's mostly women's stuff. Yep.
That kind of figures. What about Chase? How's Chase doing?
I mean, he's chilling, man. He's still good.
Okay.
He's not being, nothing exciting with him right now.
Have you gone into any other stores? Burlington, Nike Outlet. Well, Nike Outlet we did see, but Marshalls or no?
Like Marshalls here and there, but ever since they changed their shelves to that pull-out shit, it's been like
trash.
I haven't seen. Yeah, it's been trash, and on top of that, the men's section have been pretty empty. On top of that.
You said that there was a couple of people that you talked to that seemed to be like kind of getting out of the reselling. So like what else? So do you think that's going to be more more common. I mean, we've seen it too. I mean, a lot of people have been getting out of it right before I think pandemic, but now especially during, and then now that it's even drier than ever,
Right.
We've seen a lot of people get out of it. So like, what have they been telling you? I mean, you're not mentioning any names, but what do they tell you? What are they getting into? Why?
I think some people are. I mean, they're just buying less. I think when they do buy, they buy a couple more things online whenever they do see something, and also people have been saying they've been kind of going more into like crypto and doing some stock stuff like that, and moving away more from reselling. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like stuff isn't. You don't know what's really gonna hit anymore. Like I was saying, like Jordan 4s are the new ones now.
Mhm,
Like the
mhm.
4s are like those UNC 4s are like at 400. I mean, I have an 11.5, but they're like at $430 now. Didn't they just come out a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Right. And I got a couple of they're more valuable than the UNC ones at this point, you know. So I don't know, man. Like, still, like, I really thought that those, I know, I don't know, Ken, I know you think they're trash, but I like those. I always like those Jordan 1 Bolts. I really actually like those. I got a pair, and those things haven't moved.
those ones.
Yeah,
they never moved up. They never went up.
No, they're still sitting at like $210, $220. You know what I mean? I'm like, back in the day, if you got a pair of ones that, especially with that kind of color blocking, they're gonna go up. But I don't know anymore. The shadow 2.0s have started going up though. I noticed that.
Yeah, slow. Yeah, they're slowly kind of getting up there because they started off pretty low. I mean, they were at like retail pretty much at one point.
Right. I think I bought a pair because I didn't get them from the store. I think I bought a pair for myself for like, I don't know what it was, maybe 200, 210 or something for my size. And I have 11.5, which is one of the higher price sizes now.
Brian says, hopefully some of these dudes here are getting out of reselling. It's getting heavy here, so trying to eliminate the competition. Did you try cards?
What do you mean card? Oh, you mean like
sports cards,
bro. I don't believe in that shit.
Hey, I'm proud for you, bro. I'm proud of you.
What about NFTs? Did you try NFTs?
I am not falling for any of that bullshit. Okay? Because I mean, like for real though, man, legit, they can print more cards whenever they want. It's just like restocks of shoes. You got your Yeezy Zebras or whatever the hell, the Breads, and they can just. It's much harder to restock shoes than it is cards. You just print them shits.
For sure, yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Vintage Profits has graded cards. How much for a PSA 10? Hustler Hacks going for? Did you see people grading? I mean, it's been degrading. Like, comics have always been graded. Video games, brand new VHS now are like being graded. Like, they're grading everything right now. But
you got to think, it's just like with anything, right? The more people that start grading things, the price is going to go down. Because there's going to be more graded ones out there. That's the ones people want.
Yeah. It's just a weird, but also kind of like we saw with, what is it, eBay on that card thing, how like they were bumping up prices on bids, like shill bidding. Like no one was actually even really paying these prices. So it's kind of like it was like a fake market. And, in the end.
It's like TikTok.
Are you on
fake views?
Are you on
TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
No, but TikTok is fake views, bro. Come on now.
Tell us why.
You left YouTube for TikTok.
No, my conspiracy with TikTok is that they give people more views than they're actually getting to get people to post more. Because there's too many like 16-year-olds down the street that have viral videos with 3.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous. I doubt it.
I think it's the same thing. They just want you to keep pumping out videos, keep it going. Because if they show you, give you that encouragement to like, hey man.
I wouldn't put it past the Chinese regime to do that.
Man, this guy really wants to get this channel not only demonetized, he wants it off.
I want your Glenn, I want your channel delisted.
Let me go back to the chat. Let me see.
Dude, this gotta be the best thing ever. These are like Cheez-It chips, like thin, crisp Cheez-Its. Have you had this?
No, I haven't had it.
Dude, it's just like Cheez-Its, but like potato chips.
Let's see what the chat says. See if they've got them.
Is it white cheddar though? White cheddar Cheez-Its.
I want to get the spicy one.
Wait, before we continue, what's the best Cheez-It? I think it's white cheddar.
Spicy, hot and spicy. What do you think, Glenn?
No, I have to get the original.
Oh my god. In the
Wow,
chat. In the
you're
chat. What's
basic,
number one
so
cheese it?
basic. I think it's gotta be like the ridges, cheese it ridges, hot and spicy.
Quite specifics here. B needs a snack channel, says Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I that would be my other channel. If I ever do like a car channel and my other channel, it could be like a Instagram, kind of like a food vlogger or something like that. I told my wife she's pretty good at it, so we could do it together. You know, maybe those like couple, vloggers. They get cheesy after a while though.
Know it to cheese it. Says I shop for shoes.
Hey, I see I see white cheddars in the chat.
Okay, white cheddar. That's a fan favorite.
White cheddar.
Let me see.
Beast Jenner, cars and calories. Dude, that's actually pretty good.
That's
That is pretty good.
Too legit. What's up? Let me see. Jake Conspiracy Theorist. Oh yeah. Anything else on TikTok?
That's all I got right now, guys. That's all I got.
Okay, that's all he's got.
Dude, have you seen those like BuzzFeed video? Like they rate like $100 restaurant or $50 and a $10 restaurant. Have you seen this video?
Mm-mm.
And then they did one Korean barbecue. It was like one was like $30, one was like $70, and one was $100 per head. So yeah, dude, like I want to do something like that. But like the cool thing about it is like the dude would bring like guests with him, people that haven't had Korean barbecue. So he makes some like kind of like put input in it. So they did pretty good. So something like that would be cool.
Jake's new name, White Cheddar.
I actually kind of like that.
That's actually
That's kind of a dope name.
Yo, go to Instagram real quick and get that name.
I'm putting it on. Let me check. Let me check if it's there.
Because you got white chocolate.
I'm checking if it's there.
Cheddar. Oh man.
White Cheddar Jake. White Cheddar Jake.
White cheddar.
Says Pacers. Let me go back up. There's a lot of comments in here. I remember the time Jake got roasted on the daily, says Armand. I don't know why.
In the lives?
Yeah, apparently that's what he said.
Yeah, it was Ken on different accounts. Because I always saw him like typing
stuff.
Yeah, for no reason.
Middle M, would you guys own a sneaker store? Why or why not?
If the rent was free,
right,
I would have had a sneaker store ready.
If the rent was, so we're talking about overhead.
Yeah, paying $2,000 a month for a space. Oh my!
What would be the best city then, if you would? Would you have the foot traffic in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I really don't think it has to be location in your city. It has to be right by a kind of like I would put it right by University of Cincinnati, where you got kids trading in their shoes and you buy them for the low. Because they go broke, and then you buy their shoes for $30-$50 and you flip it to the people that want to flex for $100, right? But it's definitely going to be location. So I don't think it matters in any city because you can win your city. If you present it pretty nice, you got good setup, good vibes in there, and also if you have reasonable prices. But the only thing when you start having those kind of stores, now you gotta compete with StockX pricing or GOAT pricing, because that's where like people are like, hey, I can find this on StockX for $50 cheaper, yada yada. See, like I get annoyed with that one.
Jake,
well, I know like obviously like with Cam's Kicks, like for instance, I know they're in a no tax state, so he can buy, like I've noticed, like people be selling him shoes for $190 straight up, right?
Right.
And then you always got a little advantage over StockX or GOAT pricing, simply because you have it in your hand, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's why people charge $30, $50 for StockX to get it now, right?
Right. There's like a premium if you have a shop.
That's like the street pricing. That's kind of like how I base pricing when there's a drop. Because they'd be like, okay, Lightning's for like $350, but you get it that day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people were paying that.
And then another advantage I think sneaker shops have is they try to use the bids and shit on StockX when we all know that's trash. I mean, Like there's a shoe like people are all selling it for 450 and there's a bid for 323 and they're going to be like, we'll cash you out at 300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah.
yeah.
How
That
much?
that is true, but if you think about it though, now like it's more on like you gotta be like newer releases, right? Because
Mhm.
that's really what's hot. But really like that's gonna be a different model because now your profit margins are gonna be slimmer, but you gotta churn volume.
Right.
I mean, you guys seen Cam's Kicks. It's no,
It's volume, right?
yeah, it's a volume game. You gotta buy a lot. That's the thing. You have to
Mhm.
buy a lot to be able to sell a lot, right? So I don't know. Like it's weird. Maybe I feel like I think like I'm old and I'm kind of like I want like a slower pace, have a big inventory and sell slower
Mhm.
with a higher profit margin. Because there's two ways to do it, right? You do volume with lower profit, or you do less with higher profit margin. You could either be Toyota or you could be Lamborghini,
Right.
right? Lamborghini sells one car a week in a dealership, or it could be Toyota that has to sell 10 a day. So
Yeah, plus you don't have the overhead of rent for a store or whatever. You just hold it.
exactly, that's the thing because you have to think though. You got insurance, right? You got to get to a store to open. You have to have so many inspections, right? And then you have to get commercial license, uh whatever kind of insurance you have in your store policy, your employees and everything like that. To do it right, it is really expensive up front, and I think you have to be really committed to run it longer to actually make that money back because once you start opening a store, to fill that store's inventory, to make that store look nice, it's labor and capital to paint it, put lights in it, put your racks and everything like that. You're literally starting with what, minus $50,000 in the hole right off the gate.
Right.
Man, I mean, if I had the money, why not? But I don't.
So, like goods, how much you think rent is at Urban Necessities?
Oh, I wonder how much, huh?
Yeah, that's wild.
I would say 10 to 15.
Oh
Let me
man,
see.
maybe
What
even
were they
be
at again?
more.
They're at Caesar's Palace, right?
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah.
and does Jake have an OnlyFans? Ask Ken.
Yeah, I'll send the link. I'll put it on.
No,
uh,
that.
Vintage Prophet.
Ken makes appearances in it too.
No.
Oh,
And he doesn't and he says he doesn't even want any money from it either. He just does it for free.
But if your Sneaker Store YouTube channel makes 10K a month, you don't even need to make money, says
Right.
Vintage Prophet. Let me see. Big Money One says maybe 30K probably on the rent.
yeah.
Cool Kicks. If you want to jump in, you want to talk YouTube, we can definitely have you in, throw you in. We can throw some ideas.
Cool Kicks is a YouTube master. He'll put a video out every day forever.
Oh, I know. He's, man, pumping them out like a beast. So, Cool Kicks, you want to jump in? You want to talk YouTube? Let me know. Let me see. Let me go back on here. Cam makes his profit on shipping. Says Darren.
Well, I know that, like, I remember it was a while back, but I remember when he talked about his, like, when he finally got revenue from YouTube. I mean, the first months was like 30K. Like, bro, like the money that he was bringing in just for put it towards the shop or inventory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. And on top of that, when you have that kind of following, I mean, you got people to watch his channel, man. There's people driving from New York and Chicago to just give their shoes to him for free.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to say I've been there.
And then buy market from him.
Right. And then buy one of his damn t-shirts for $30 and a hoodie for $60.
Man.
True.
That's the brand right there.
It's crazy, man.
Big Money Mo, in 2J's last video, he couldn't even buy sneakers at SneakerCon because sellers were taxing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely. I remember he was buying. I mean, how many was he buying all at once? Remember, like 100 pairs, 200 pairs.
Oh yeah.
And then now that it's definitely changed with everybody getting into reselling, you know they're gonna be. You've seen in SneakerCon, people are just asking for crazy ass prices for stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely changed in the last couple of years.
I haven't been to like one of them sneaker cons, but why would you want to buy from there? Like, what is the? I'm
It's
sure the
just
prices
really,
are higher.
I think like instant gratification that you get in your hand, and then I think for me it's like I think you can get a more of a cheaper if you buy used in SneakerCon. But I
Okay.
think if you buy brand new, I think it's just same as StockX or $20 cheaper.
And isn't there a little bit more possibility of it being fake if you're buying it from SneakerCon? Or I mean, who
Well,
who does authenticity?
a SneakerCon does. So there's a booth that you can get your shoes authenticated for free. You just have to fall in line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a long ass line, but we saw plenty of fakes the time that we
yeah.
do
When we were
go.
there, there's like 2 or 3 people that got told like, "Hey, take these out of there, or we're gonna kick you out of the show."
So do you buy them and then you get in line, or how does that work?
Well, you could ask the seller. Well, because they have like a tag like StockX too.
Uh-huh.
So sellers, when you get in for ingress, probably like how many hours before I forgot. So you get in there, and then their authentication booth is already open. So you could take your whole stock and get it authenticated, and they'll put a tag on it.
Okay.
So when there's a tag on it, that means. But like there's some people that because you can bring like 3 pairs if you're just a regular guy. So people would bring it. So if we talk like, hey Jake, you wanna buy? Hey man, you wanna buy my shoes? And they'd be like, hey, you can yeah, I'll buy it if it's authentic. So we fall in line, and then I get your shoes authenticated, and if it's got a tag on it, so it says authentic. So that's kind of like the
Gotcha.
the thing.
I mean, we saw DFW, and he was doing well on a lot of the used stuff. I don't know how
Yeah,
much used has changed now, but then again, it's
yeah,
also him like wheeling and dealing, like
yeah. You have to
getting the
wheel and
best
deal. Yeah,
deals. But
yeah,
that's
and
what
then
I
he
feel like people want to do when they go to sneaker con. It's kind of like
kind of like
try
that.
to finesse somebody, but
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of
is it
like
gonna
that.
work or not?
Yeah, the interaction, because like if you think about it, yeah, you could get finesse here, but like I mean you get this shoe cheap, right? $50 under retail, and really to make your money back, you gotta what flip in pairs, right? And then now you get like $20 here, so you average it out, right? You make $30 a pair. So it's kind of like that, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of legwork. I think a lot of it, people go to for the for the culture, kind of like the experience of going to a show. But man, it just gets so packed already. Like when you know
Mhm.
what, even when we were at Atlanta, I don't know where Jake was when we were in Atlanta. Was he in
No,
DC or something like
you
that?
guys don't give a shit about me. That's what it is.
What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
remember.
You
What are
don't
you
care.
talking about?
You invite me. You just invite me to Korean barbecue once in a while, and then try to make me eat the octopus.
He had to work or something.
Yeah, for
I
real.
might have been gone. I don't remember what
You
happened.
were gone because every time we're there, you're always there because we always wanna play pool or darts against you. You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
Hey, the beat
that
wants
was
free
crazy.
money.
I know we told that story before, but that was crazy.
And
What up, Cool Kicks?
What's up? What's up?
What up? How's it going?
It's go. It's going. Can't complain. Can't
All
complain.
right. What have you? I know one of the videos that you were talking about some of the newer releases, and you're like, honestly, like I haven't even been keeping up with a lot of new. There's been so many new releases that you're just like, I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, it's.
Um,
I'm gonna be honest. It's been crazy, and especially since I don't really resell too.
mhm.
Like I do pick up multiple pairs because maybe down the line, maybe I'll throw some for sale, or maybe I'll trade it for something. So I have been getting multiple pairs of stuff, but it's been tough, dude. There's just so much stuff coming out. Unfortunately, I'm in LA, so Jake knows. He's like, how the hell do you get all this stuff? Because
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
like I'll just go into random stores like early in the morning, and they'll have stuff and whatnot. So everybody's been trying to throw the cook groups off and stuff. So the information is very tight knit. So there's plenty of places where you can go and they just have random stuff. But yeah, it's been tough to cop everything. It really has.
So what about let's get into the channel stuff. So how long does it take you to edit and pump out, daily vids or
Well,
things like
I'm gonna
that?
be honest with you. I think my stuff is like the easiest stuff to edit. Because all I do is just go in there, just look for stuff. When I go in, first of all, I use my phone. I have a
Okay.
real camera. I have a camera right in front of me, but I use my phone because a lot of places don't even allow me to take videotape even with my cameras or even with my phone. So I can't walk in with a huge camera like I've seen some people do. But I just go in and I press stop. I press pause on everything. Like I'll press play, then pause, press play, then pause when I take videos. So it usually is pretty quick. I can usually pump videos out within an hour or two, or a couple hours usually, because the rendering and stuff like that, and then uploading everything, and then I have to create the thumbnail, do all that stuff. But usually, my Jake's videos obviously take a lot more time to edit than mine. You know, but usually I'm editing like when my kids and when my kid and my girlfriend are asleep. So, you know, I'm doing it super late anyways and stuff. So, but yeah, but my stuff is a lot quicker than your guys' stuff.
Oh, Jake takes a while because he's got some jokes in there. He's got to put in, you know,
You
all
can
that
do
extra
acting
thing.
too. He does acting.
He does
Right.
acting. I mean, there's a lot of, and that's what makes his channel great. That's what people want to see.
Mhm.
That's what takes the longest. Would you say 10 hours?
Yeah, and I'm auditioning for movie roles with those two.
And modeling.
Dude,
Yeah,
next
and modeling
thing you know,
too,
you
right.
could get all your clips, your highlight clips, and send it to, you know, The Bachelor or something.
I'm gonna do it. That's a good idea.
You know,
Yeah.
or Survivor. Come on now.
I already sent it to Naked and Afraid, like Love, but I'll send it to the other ones too.
Naked and Afraid.
Jake's channel's tough because like I feel like with most sneaker channels, like you have to pump out multiple videos each week, and it's tough because it's not like you have, you know, 30 hours to spend on YouTube, you know, to spend on YouTube stuff, and that's not including the sourcing going out and that type of stuff. So Jake's channel is just kind of tough. Like you know, I've tried to think about what he can do and stuff like that, but it's just not easy.
Plus,
go
plus,
ahead.
Cool's got access to the government servers. He's MIB.
So, Cool Kicks, who do you watch though? That's part of the sneaker channels community and things like that.
Well,
Any channels you like or not like, or why?
well, I watch a lot of you, both of your channel, or when Jake made videos, I watch both of your channels. But I watch Tony D. I watch Hess Kicks. I watch everything. I watch everything. Damn, like who do I not watch? I like even I even watch channels on the channels that I don't even like, because it's just I want to see what people are doing. Like you know, like all these channels that I'm not even into, I sit there and watch them. Like pretty much any channel you sit there and talk about, like I watched it or I'm watching it. Like I waste a lot of time on YouTube.
I sent this. Let me see. Let me share this. Share screen. Go to this. I sent this to Jake. When was this, Jake? Remember, I told him like, here's what the thumbnails have to be.
Right.
I mean, they're all the same at this point. I mean, what else?
I mean, like,
You just fall in line. I mean,
dude, I just put snacks on my hands. Now I know how to do it. YouTube channel coming up.
So, Cool Kicks, anything that you would say that like, what about sneaker reviews? Is that over and done with? I mean,
well,
is there any good reviewers that's different?
Well, sneaker reviews, you have to get the sneakers early. Like
True.
Like I already know my sneaker reviews. First of all, they're not going to get that many hits just because I get them on the day of, and then I'll release the video the day after. I only add those in just to give my viewers just something else to look at, because I know not all of my viewers sit there and watch. You know, sit there and spend hours on sneaker YouTube. So I'm like, I'll just throw a couple reviews in there just to do something different. But I know those aren't going to get that many views, because nowadays for sneaker reviews, you have to get them early. You have to, or it's just not going to get any traction.
True. Someone Big Money Mo says you got to be goofy too.
Yeah.
Well, like goofy ass thumbnails or goofy joke. I mean, Jake's got jokes.
Goofy
He doesn't have to
look.
be goofy. He's got to be funny, right? I think. Fomer Simpson. Let's see, To the Jit. I mean, I guess from sneaker life too. I mean, some of these guys have been around for a long time.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how many years already.
I think like you're saying, the Sneaker Life. I think Sneaker Life's got a good channel. He's got good like perspective and insights, but it's like it's kind of speaks to YouTube. It's like you look at some of his videos, nobody watches them, and he's got like I don't know, I don't remember what he has now, but it's a lot of subs.
Yeah.
They're just not getting notifications pushed or whatever.
Well, one thing that I did notice too is, and I talked to one of my boys about this, is people that have been doing it for that, because I noticed exactly what you noticed, Jake, where there's a few channels, the DJ Dells, the Sneaker Addict, there's certain channels that have like 2,000-3,000 subs, and they get like a little bit more views than I do, and I'm like, what the hell, like what's going on? And one thing that I have noticed is they'll change some of the videos that they do. You know, like they'll do certain videos for a certain amount of time, and then they'll change to they'll stay within the same genre, but they'll change it slightly. And what happens is people subbed to watch those type of videos that you already put out, and now you're changing it. Now you're losing those subs.
So
and,
they have
series.
They have a series, right?
Yeah. So some of them they'll get notifications, but they're like, hey, I didn't join to watch this stuff. So now they get the notifications, that goes on their feed and stuff like that. Now it looks like people don't like your videos. So the algorithm's a lot more complicated, and it's just a lot more to think about instead of just, hey, I need to get whatever gets me views right now. You have to think about the long term, because like if you just make 1 or 2 videos that are totally different from your genre, but those tend to go viral, those tend to hit, then you're going to get a bunch of people that sub or get that in their feed, and what's going to happen is they're not going to watch it, and then it's going to look like people don't like your videos.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks when people also say, like, especially with some of these guys that have been around for so long, like, their channel's dead or their channel's dying, or like, I hate hearing that, because it's kind of like, it's not dying or anything. It's just that YouTube, if they're not gonna push it, I mean, they don't have any choice on that back end of it. Of course, you want to see videos do well, but why would they want it to fail? They don't. So
I think what keeps channels alive, though, honestly, is you got to have big videos here and there, right? Because what happens is, I notice, like, anytime you have a big video, your next video will be kind of big, but it'll kind of step down, because the people who watched your big video are going to get notifications and notifications until they stop watching.
Yeah.
So in order to keep your channel kind of growing, I think that you need a big video every couple videos.
You gotta clickbait every now and then.
Well, YouTube's got to push it.
No, for real though. That's for real, right? Next thing you know, this guy just works on his because I noticed in car video, right? This guy works on his regular car. Next thing you know, I beat a Lamborghini, or I bought a Lamborghini, right? And then next thing you know, he just rented it, yada yada, and then and then goes down, right? And then he goes like, I beat a Ferrari, or I bought a Ferrari, or my Ferrari, burnt down or something like that. But it really wasn't,
Yeah.
Right. So, but just in general, right? Look at somebody's channel and look at, like, scroll through it till you see a big video, and look at the ones right after that. They're gonna be higher than the average just because the big video brought.
Yeah, because they remember that you did something great the last time. Now it's like, okay, Jake did something. What is it now?
And plus, like, if you watch me for the first time in that big video, on my next one, they're gonna feed you my next video too.
Okay.
That's what happens.
I think with sneaker reviews, the hard thing is like, really what's changing on the sneaker other than the colorway? I mean, like, is the padding changing? Is like the insole changing? So that's where, like, Andy said wear testers, which me and B, I think we agree is the best one, I would say, doing reviews.
Real review.
Real review.
By far. I feel bad even doing reviews, because my reviews suck so bad compared to wear testers. When I think about it, I'm like, damn.
Because he goes technical, and then he knows, like, the materials, like the film plating and everything, which is, I think, like I saw this one here that it says, do it because you love it, if you have time to make videos and enjoy. And I think he truly does. You can see it from a person when he's done it for so long. It's like, man, this guy's just excited to wear the shoe on court, which is like his Nightwing, his, like, we always remember that. And I think it would have to build over time. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm going to say it, I've been on the fence of opening up a YouTube video, because I have to commit to it, that I have to fall in love with it, that because people will see through you if you're just going and doing it for the views, but, or unless you're super entertaining, or, like, you're just a pranker guy, right? But I think if you're truly doing it, and then because if you love doing it, you're just going to keep having the creativity flow, that juice, kind of like the Big DOS TV, he was prank. Now he does a lot of giveaway and stuff like that, and like I like watching those videos. Like, kind of like the Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast just does it, too crazy. But I think that's the thing. It's kind of like that. That's what I'm afraid of, really diving to YouTube, because now you guys talk about it, right? But in the simplest, really, of it, my point of view is like, man, if you truly love it, and you stick through it through the thick and thin, I mean, you could be hustler hack someday after 25 years, like Jake said. Like
25.
I think it's been like 40 years at this point.
40 now. Yeah.
I think Big Money Mo. Don't buy Jordan 4s or the Lightnings before watching this. That's like the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The standard YouTube title for.
But Glenn, you've even seen changes in numbers though. Like like your numbers even fell for a little bit. They fell a good amount, and then you introduced the idea of like the five Jordans nobody wants or nobody liked, and like those have been hitting like crazy. Like I was happy for you. I was like, holy crap! Like I know the Jordan 1 one, that one took off. Then you did the Jordan 4, then you did the 3, and you did a few other ones. So it seems like at times you kind of need to rethink things. You kind of need to be creative and come up with stuff. But yeah, YouTube's definitely like it's so much work. People don't really realize how much work YouTube is.
For real,
it's crazy.
And like I see that because Glenn talked about that concept to me like a long time, and he's had to do so many, and you could just tell him like this guy's just been editing because he's just trying to get the content lined up really well. That's why like when it came out, it was like nice, and he's got like what 3 or 4 right before you start releasing it, Glenn, or maybe even more, because like he's got like an ammo already ready to go. So if it was gonna take off, it was gonna take off right because he had like stuff right behind it. So like I think that's the biggest thing, like you said, good. Like when you start a series or when you have an idea and you just dive deep into it, and then once it catches, it'll attract people.
Yeah, I mean the same thing, kind of like you were saying with Cool Kicks. Like so, 2019. The numbers were going up. Someone mentioned like I had an Air Max 97 video. That one has like 1 million views. I have no other video that's touched 1 million views. Why that one got pushed, I have no clue. It just YouTube just pushed it out. So 2019 was like hit 100K, everything like that. So once 2020 came around, stores closed, people watching other things like Netflix, and also it's unrelatable, right? Like you can't go out. There's nothing else there.
OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying?
Now you're competing with OnlyFans. People don't want to watch certain things. So I definitely saw the numbers go down. And it's also on me though, because it's kind of like what we've talked about too. Like if you expect the same result, keep pumping out the same content, you're going to get the same result until I do something different, which I finally did. Then something helped, but there was no guarantee it was going to work.
2020, if you started flipping masks, you would have went viral. Nah.
And sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, toilet paper. Man, that would have been a video hit, Glenn. Or you'd have been roasted. You've been video hit. Been roasted bad, but it would have been a hit.
But the same thing, there's no guarantee anything's gonna work out. So like Jake said, you're putting your heart and soul into a video, only for it to go out, and then it's like, all right, a couple hundred views or something. That's what happened when I tried that East Bay one. YouTube wasn't gonna push any of that, and so like it gets discouraging. Like, well, this isn't really working. Is it gonna be worth my time?
Yeah, nobody's as old as you guys.
That's very
I like those East Bay videos. I really like
He just gave himself away.
I was like, this is dope. Apparently, it's because I'm old.
Magazines? Like, what are those?
Catalogs? Come on now.
Catalogs?
Jake, what are you going to say?
No, I was just gonna ask, cool. Like, if you look at your analytics and you look at like the impressions are everything. Go look at one of your big videos and see how many impressions you got, and then go look at one of your smaller videos and see what kind of impressions you got. It's ridiculous. Like, it just proves to you that YouTube. It's all about YouTube. It's not even you. Like, you can put out whatever you want. If the impressions don't go out, no one has the opportunity to view it.
So so based on that observation, Jake, so you guys agree or disagree? Give me your background, your explanation. So you think you make a good video, right? Let's not say a banger video. You make a good video, standard video, according to your performance of what you've put out before, this is good. This is, decent quality. So you're saying once you put it out there, it's up to YouTube. There's really nothing you can do that you can stage your YouTube, time it better, advertise it better, or link out it better, or something like that. So what's your take on that one?
So what you're saying is, yeah, it's completely possible. Yeah, if you advertise it better, but those are people you're bringing in, right? Because I'm talking impressions. Impressions means that
people just seeing it in their faces.
When
right?
you scroll through, you see me, that's an impression. Or maybe when you search something, you see me, it's an impression.
Okay.
But anyone who I'm driving to my video is not an impression.
Right, that's a conversion, right? That's a conversion already. Or what do they call that, Glenn? Is it a view, page view, or
it's a page view. Yeah, when they actually
that's
go
a
off
page
your page.
view, right?
Yeah.
So what is that percentage? Because I look at that on eBay side. What's that percentage that you guys have seen that's good as far as conversion?
I think for me, I think it's I think 20% is good. I think 15% is average. But
so converting your list view to a page view.
I'm talking about like an impression, right? So if let's say I have 100,000 impressions,
right?
Most likely I'll get 15,000 views, or if it's better, 20,000 views.
Oh, okay.
So if I have 500,000 impressions,
right,
then we're talking,
yeah. So it goes up. What's yours, cool? What's that for you?
I don't know. 99%, or I don't think it's that high, but almost all my videos, they're people tend to browse. They tend to browse and just see them on my feed or on their feed.
Okay.
YouTube search is really low for me, and that's something that I was going to talk to you guys about. Because my biggest things there's I think browsing, just browsing. There's that way. There's suggestions. That's actually a separate one, because next to the videos, they'll actually have other suggested videos, or after the videos, there'll be that. So there's that. Then there's YouTube search, and then there's outside sources. With me, most of mine is just browse. People just tend to browse. I make tons of videos.
What's your impressions to views conversion like?
So I was gonna say this while we're doing this. If Glenn, I don't know, you're usually pretty good at pulling stuff up, but if you looked at your 1 million view video, look how many impressions you got on that.
Okay, we'll look at
mine's usually about 6%. Like to click the impression versus how many people click on it or whatever. Yeah. It's about 6%, I believe.
Yeah, because I think 20% is high, Jake.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because I've been getting that kind of number, because most of my impressions are gonna be my subscribers and stuff like that. Because I haven't been getting much outside of that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
saying is they're not exposing them to new viewers, and that's
so that 20% is based on the people that already have seen you before. That's not new, kind of like new customers. That's repeat customers.
Yeah, it's whoever YouTube sending it to, and it's probably people who are already subscribed.
What's yours like, Glenn? What's your conversion or percentage for you? What do you think, impression wise?
Well, first I was gonna go on that 1 million video and seeing where the traffic came from, and that came from browsing. So that ever since that video came out, it says 88% from YouTube recommending your content, 10.9 million impressions for that one video.
All right, so check that out. So you had 1 million. Yeah, so he had 10%.
That's 10%. Yeah,
right.
That's high. That's high.
Okay, no, but so check this out. So you had 10 million impressions on that video, right?
Right.
Now go check another video. Check another one that maybe had 100K views and see how many impressions. Is it 1 million impressions now? You know what I'm saying?
What's yours, Jake? Pull up your highest viewed videos.
That's what I'm going. Yeah, that's what I'm going to right now. I want to see.
Man, this makes sense to me. Now we're talking numbers. Now we're talking real facts, and see who's flipping or not. I don't believe I blame YouTube for not pushing me. Come on.
All right, so this video had 100K views.
Okay.
Let me go to reach. Impressions
808,000.
So right under 1 million.
Okay. So it's relevant.
It's very relevant, because he got about what is that, like 13-14%?
Yeah. So what's your latest one that's hit big, Glenn? Let's not go like old video. Let's go like within the last month.
Okay, last month.
That's hit 100.
Okay, let me see.
I think it's for you. I think it's the Jordan 1. Yeah, Jordan 1's kind of like an anomaly because it's Jordan.
Like Jordan 1 doesn't count.
Well, what
See, but
about
there's
like
also different sources too, though, because there could be an impression rate, but then I don't think that includes the number of YouTube searches, because sometimes you'll get one that comes out on YouTube searches a lot, and people will click on that. So the numbers are a hell of a lot more confusing than I thought they'd be.
I think impression in general combined is whether you got searched or you got suggested. From what I understand, impression, if a person sees it on his page, that
Mhm.
counts it as an impression.
That's
if I'm gonna scroll through, right? Correct,
Right.
Jake?
Yes, that's an
Oh, is it?
impression.
Oh.
So let me give you this. So the video, one of my, like 50K is like my highest ones, but
Yeah.
So this one that I have 50K on, I have 488,000 impressions.
Okay,
So
so
it's about 10%.
relevant, right?
Mhm.
Relevant, right? It's
Right.
nothing. So nothing anomaly though. So that's what I think is what I think you would search is you would go to your lowest views that you thought was banger, and then see. Now, if you are at 5% or less or half of what you usually do, then you blame YouTube.
But hey, let me give you the impressions on my most recent video, right?
Okay.
Let me give you that. So I'm gonna show you like it's
How recent? A month? Something
the
like
month, the one that's a month and a half ago, where I only got like 3,000 views on it. So let me tell you what that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, B is trying to bring Noah to flip it back. He's
Yeah.
asking him the important questions. He's trying to get him uploading.
So check this
Okay.
out. So the impressions on that one were 19,000.
So that's what 3%.
19,000, 3K. What is that's not?
9, 12, 15.
Hold on. I don't know why I'm not figuring this out.
I think another thing with Coup Kicks I was gonna say is like if someone watches like 3 straight Coup Kicks
So
videos,
it's one per one. Go ahead.
it's gonna come out on the homepage from there on out. So they don't
Yeah.
even have to subscribe to you if they don't want to.
Yep.
B,
So
that's 15%.
15%.
Right.
Yo. Now what?
But that's what I'm saying. So like you see like
So
that
you
was,
need to work on your impression.
but you can't. But the impressions is all
Yeah.
YouTube. That's my point. Like
No,
that's
what about timing? What about you working on your timing or your release or your video or the thumbnail? Because now I think you think, Glenn, other people are running ads against their videos?
I don't think so.
Most sneaker YouTube or
No.
most resale people are not. No.
No.
Okay. What about yours, Glenn? What's about yours? So Glenn, so Jake, your conversion is about average 15% through most of your videos.
right. But see what I'm
So
saying.
you're saying is you were wanting more impressions. You're trying to figure that out because if YouTube pushes you, you'll have higher impression.
You're gonna higher impression. With higher impression, you get higher views. So my 500K impressions got me 50K
So
views.
now, out of those impressions, does YouTube break down which are the ones that are YouTube search or are just organic? They just saw you or you've been suggested. How's that?
That
Cool.
they give you that. I know I see they give you on that traffic source. So that's people who actually clicked it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's giving me a breakdown of who's providing my impressions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that might be the back end stuff that you might have to dig deeper.
But all in all, like I think we tend to complicate things. Because I was watching Mr. Beast talk in what I forgot where he was being interviewed, but pretty much all he says is, you know what, everybody talks about the commenting, the subscribing, all that other stuff.
Right.
He's like, you know what, bottom line is if people click on that thumbnail, then YouTube's gonna show it. If people don't click on that thumbnail, then people aren't gonna show it. Like
True.
again, he just simplified it, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what, I need great thumbnails.
For sure.
And hopefully, and I throw a bunch of videos out there, and hopefully people watch. Like that's
For
kind of
real.
what I've done.
Even in all my random searches, the person that has the better thumbnail
Mhm.
shows me that person cared on that thumbnail, and then I would think his content would be deeper than the other ones that didn't care for their thumbnail. It's just like any other thing, right? That's why people pay for top shelf product. That's why the people that has the best photo of their product gets more impression. But Glenn, what's your percentage now going back to your Jordan 1?
Well, go ahead, Jake. Jake wanted to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, but at the same time, like Glenn's million view video is just a picture of a pair of shoes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
It
it's
is
like
a picture of Air Max 97.
Well,
That doesn't have to do.
well, that's why you can't base it off the highest, because that's the anomaly. Like he said, he's never had any other $1 million. So I would say I would be focused on the ones that my average view. So if I was Glenn, I'd focus on the ones that are 100,000 views. You see what I'm saying? Because those 1 million views are just like one of the, like kind of like just those are like your lucky charms, really. Like I found Vapor Max that resells for 780K views. Like nobody really knew if that was Swarovski or not, right? But they caught on.
Cool.
What are
you gonna say?
And if you look at Glenn's just regular, a lot of his videos, they're just the picture of the shoe. That's kind of his
100%.
norm. So
Yeah.
for whatever reason, that works. Like with me, if I do that, that
Yeah,
doesn't work. But
exactly.
for Glenn, that works. Like the Jordan 4
when
one, like the Jordan 4 that nobody rocks, like he just has a picture of the crimson. Like,
Yeah,
like that's all they have on it.
when he shows this beautiful skin right here, like he gets views for real. Look at, I mean, if you sorted most viewed, literally, Glenn could hold a glass. If he shows this, it would go bonkers. For real.
Someone said,
What's your numbers look like, Glenn, as far as conversions?
let me see. Let me go back to that. Hold on. Let me see. Those Cook makes more videos though. So that was another question. So what about going Cook Kicks versus Jake? Let's say is pumping out more videos better than focusing on like one a week or two a week or something? I don't see a difference, because I see some people just do one a week and then those videos.
I think it depends on what you do. I think it depends on what kind of videos you do. Like the vlogging, like with me, like none of my videos are gonna get crazy high numbers. I don't think any of my videos are gonna get crazy high numbers. Balling on the budget, some of his numbers do get bigger, but he also has been doing it longer, that type of stuff. But with me, I don't think any of my videos are gonna get really high views. So with me, it's all about my regular people. I need to hook up my regular people, my 2,000-3,000 people that watch. I need to hook them up with regular content. If other people join in, that's cool. But hopefully I can gradually grow my group, and hopefully I can get to a point where I can make a couple $1,000s a month doing this. Like that's kind of my goal. Like I'm not gonna be doing this full time ever. Like I'm not gonna make more than my regular job. I already know it. I just, my goal is just to help sneakerheads, get stuff. And then also half of my people that watch are resellers too. So, right. My point is, hey, I want to help the sneakerheads, but if the resellers come and watch too, that's cool as well. Like, my goal is just to help people who actually put in work, actually get sneakers. Right. Like that's the goal.
Well, that's kind of a cool perspective though, that it's not like you're trying to, get your subs to, so big, but you said it, you want to provide content to your people. So it would translate, right? If your solid 3,000 becomes solid 5,000 that actually watches and consumes your channel, that's money too, right? That would translate to views, a lot of views.
Yeah,
really.
and you're right. There are small things that you could do. I think Glenn and I both do it where our videos come out at a specific time. Like Glenn always has one on Monday, Tuesday, and it's always at the same time. With me, all my videos show up at 6 a.m. our time. I have a lot of people telling me, hey, I watch your videos when I'm drinking coffee in the morning and stuff. So nice. I wanted to be a part of people's daily routines and stuff. So that's so there are certain things you can do, but there's a lot more things I can do because I pump out so many videos. So it's a little bit different than Jake, where he's doing the once a week and that type of stuff as well.
Let me see. You're saying, looking at the impressions. Yeah. So the Jordan 4 video, 133,000 views, impression 1.6 million.
So about 10%. So 10 to 15% really, right? So the goal is how to get more impression. So
thumbnail, which someone else said here, thumbnail, but
thumbnail, timing, right? Or are you like, I like what Cook Kick said. Are you part of somebody's routine, right? Like for me, my routine, every time I'm done, for my night, I watch a car video. So I go and even when I go to my home, it's one of those YouTubers that I've seen will be always what I would watch. So I like that. I didn't even realize that it becomes your habit.
Very true. I think one of the things too is like how you mentioned. So I tried on that new series to have like 4 videos ready to go once I put the
Mhm.
first one out, I'm not like chasing my own tail to where like, man, I gotta get this video out. So like they're ready to go. Though also why I wanted to do that was because if it did do well, I didn't want someone else coming in and taking that idea if I start falling behind. So we've seen this before too, to where like bigger YouTubers I think can steal ideas from
Yep.
smaller channels, make it their own, and then now it's like a brand new concept, even though it's been there forever.
Even if it was yours originally.
Yeah.
And then they see your video after they think you stole from them. That happens all the time.
Now you get called out.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you stole this from so and so. You're just a small channel. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I've been doing this.
That is actually true. And then also too, like with Glenn's consistency with his Wednesday show, right? Like I think like it goes to what Kokik said, like kind of like feeding your current subscribers already, which is kind of like what the live shows have been doing really for Glenn's channel. You know, like you're solid people that actually follow you and not just kind of like, you know, see your hype videos.
Now, Jake, they were saying that let's see, someone said I thought Jake retired in crypto. Someone said also Jake doing live shows, he was getting mad, I guess, money coming in on the chat.
I said that earlier, man. He had certain people. Oh my God, Menace, the dude who started that YouTube channel. That fool was giving you all kinds of dough.
Oh yeah, that one guy. Yeah, yeah. It seemed like every time I went live, I got like over $100. So
Yeah.
Yep, he was getting all kinds of donations, bro. It was crazy.
Man,
all I
live
know
is where it's at Jake's
All
channel.
I know is Glenn owes me like 30 dinners or lunches.
Yeah,
Because all they put on the thing is feed B, you know?
Yeah, I owe him a bunch of things.
I'm surprised Hustlebee doesn't have a account somewhere. Like, hey,
Hey, I should get a whiteboard here or something, right? Like just like do like, okay, that's half, you know?
Yep. You go to a really nice dinner place, you could knock out two. You could knock out two.
Yeah.
Motivation Mondays have been part of the Mondays.
An abacus cooking.
Yeah.
I know today we didn't do Motivation Monday. We mixed it up with Jake, but we'll be back next Monday though.
Hey, this
Which
is
Mondays? Yeah,
we're motivating Jake.
that's true. You are actually.
Daniel asks, does it have to do with the keyword titles more than thumbnails now? We know the algorithm has changed in the last year for sure.
That should be for sure one, right? Like your keywords. I mean, even tags, right? You guys do tags too?
Yeah.
For the video tags, hashtags or something like that.
Yeah, some of the titles. I mean, title definitely, super important there. So I don't know. I guess there's the algorithm part. We just don't really know.
Man, all Glenn's viral videos are all caps. I just noticed that.
Let me see. Big Money Mo. Jake got a commentary videos on cringe YouTubers.
What about cringe IG people like?
Hey, if you go no holds bar, I would definitely watch you all the time. Sometimes you're too nice.
You want Jake to go all in?
Yeah, come on. Like just you know how the way you talk about them when we're in a dinner table. Remember that?
Yeah, I talk shit about everybody. I'm the world's biggest undercover hater.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a reaction channel. Maybe a reaction channel to certain people's stuff.
I was actually looking into that, and then I was like watching stuff about how hard it is to do reaction channels because so much of you can get copyright strikes and all types of stuff. And yeah, I wasn't sure.
I think Tripping, he just got he got hit with the copyright strike, and he was talking about that.
Oh, did he? Okay, was it Cam's Kicks or the Cool Kicks?
I think it was Cool Kicks. I think it was Cool Kicks.
When you start messing with the bigger people, they got a lot more sway.
I think if you use other people's content, it has to be more of like an educational type of, I guess the way you use it, you can. But I guess if you use it to, number one, like not do anything over it, like you just played someone else's video on your channel, then yeah, you're gonna get hit with something like that. I guess for other
someone's channel clapped. I got someone's channel clapped because they took one of my videos, dubbed Spanish over it.
Oh,
and then they put it up on their channel. I'm like, I had some of my subscribers let me know, and I'm like, what the F? And I put in for it. I was like, dude, these fools just stole my video and just talked to Spanish, bro. Oh, hell
Wait,
no.
you're telling me there's a Spanish Cool Kicks? What's the name of the channel?
I forget what else. No, well, their channel doesn't exist anymore. I was their third strike.
El Cookix.
No, it was a channel where they just went around showing places in different worlds, or I mean different worlds in different countries, and they were showing like what they had, the shopping experience from different countries, and they just straight off took one of my vids and just dubbed over it, and I was like, what the F, like, huh?
Man.
Everybody got the same idea. El Cookix.
But you know what's weird though about the copyright strike is, you know, I like watch a lot of sports like commentary in the mornings or whatever, and everybody's reposting First Take and Undisputed, and I'm just like, how are they doing this? And like, they got like 300K subs, and all they do is repost clips of sports commentaries every morning, and then there's ads on the videos too. It's not just like they're doing it like, you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't know what the deal is. I heard
for like a good period of time, all the revenue goes straight to the copyright people.
Oh, okay.
And then you can negotiate with them eventually after you build a following. You can negotiate with them on who gets what and that type of stuff.
Okay. Man. So you think they're getting copyright claims on all that?
I think for a while, what I've heard, because I've talked to people about this, for a while, what I heard is for a while you get paid nothing, and then eventually, once your channel gets big, you can negotiate and you can do stuff.
You'd be like, hey, this is the kind of traffic I can drive to you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Benny asked, what about people for whatever reason love family channels? Jake.
I mean, the thought did come across, dude, just like a vlog of just like
families,
just like the family
their views
and the life.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
being a dad.
Yeah.
Just in general, just the life, just my life or whatever.
Yeah, like literally, if you open like that, I mean, I think the most successful like vlog style are like the people that literally open their life, like. You know, like, hey, this is what I got groceries, you know, you take them for a pretty much, you know, like you let them subscribe to your life. That's what it is, right? But that's when I feel like, you know, the harder haters come in, you know, like, you know, especially when you see the growth, right? Now you're buying nicer car. Now you're moving to a bigger house because they'll follow you accomplish your goals. Once you hit your goals after that, it's hating.
Right. Agreed.
Big Wayne says, open up and let the creeps in.
Yeah. Come on, like you know, show your crib, you know, like if you take a tour in your crib and everything like that. Man, I mean it would be cool. It would be cool, but man, I can't do it, man. I got so much secrets I don't want people to see.
A family channel. So there's another idea. What about like our boy Tim doing the fake pranks? Well, not real pranks, but they're fake pranks.
Yeah,
Jake, have you thought about pranks?
Man, not pranks, but fake pranks. I mean,
they are. I mean, you know they're not real.
Dude, that's a different segment too, because there's people that are actually real pranks, right? And then you get real reaction, and then it's like he probably is like, man, nobody does fake pranks. And then he gets into that space that, you know, it's all set up, right? It's kind of like caught on tape, kind of like, you know.
I mean, once you get that big, I mean, you do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Wasn't there one dude that was like doing real pranks, and he went into the hood and he like scared a bunch of people, and he got his ass he got beat up or something?
You know, who's this guy? The Russian dude. You know what I'm talking about? He's like really buff now.
Russian dude, really big?
That's what he did. He got beat up in the hood. He was like, hey, you want some? Like, he's big now. He's got his Glenn, we've talked about this. What's his name? He's got
Big Money Wall says Vitaly.
Vitaly, yes, that dude. Dude, that dude's like, yeah, that's Vitaly. Yeah, that's Vitaly. Because he was like kind of like, I guess he was like trying to hide something, or you want a break or something like that. And the dude chased him, and then the dude's kind of like pistol fell on his shorts. Well, they were like, and that's when he got real. Like all his camera crew just like, hey, it's a prank, it's a prank. Like, man, they had to pull a trigger on him.
He's the fakest prankster on YouTube.
Now he is, but before he wasn't. When he was better known as Roids.
Jake, did you Tim got that money, says Nathan. Tim made that big money. Like I said, the last time I talked to him, he was making like $25K a month.
Dang.
Like
Just
this,
just a little over Glenn's income.
But that's when he was like, well, at least like half the size or less than that.
when he was like half the size, he was still making like a good. I think he told me like 16K. When he got even bigger than that, he was at like 25K. So maybe he's at 30K now.
That's before he moved, right, Glenn? That's before he moved to Cali.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if he moved back to San Antonio. Maybe.
Oh, he did.
I think I think he ended up moving back. I think. But man, that's insane money for videos.
For fake pranks.
Yeah. Well, also you have to think about the longevity of things, right? Like,
right.
If that video hits and it's staying on the channel, YouTube's pumping it out. Now, the thing is that I've seen, you've seen, everybody has seen when you're doing like weekly type of like, hey, here's my Ross finds for the week.
Mm-hmm.
They only last so long because they're not really relevant 2
they
weeks
become
after
irrelevant.
that.
You're right.
And so I think that's also one of the toughest things. Here's what Jake found at Plato's this week. So it kind of it's there, true. And then it goes away.
That's why like a lot of one of the angles that I've seen are like instructional cooking videos. There's this guy that does like Filipino cooking videos, and he's like Chicago based, and then his old YouTube videos that are like 5 years. Once you search, it's still
getting views. Yep.
Like it's wild, like because like they're like like recipes don't, they don't change, right? Yeah. Like especially if you want like authentic Filipino something, right? And then you just search it, how to cook this, how to cook adobo, it'll just keep popping up. And then because you could see, I was like, wait a minute, like how old is this video? Because you can tell from the quality, because now his quality is like almost perfect. He's got a stage kitchen. Before it was like his actual home kitchen. So that is a good point. Like with the longevity of your video, how long does it stay relevant? That is genius. Hey, you guys thinking about this? Like whoever's watching, that's genius.
I think
and with that type of stuff, there's replay value too. They'll watch it to learn it, and then when they actually make it, they'll watch it again.
They watch it again, right?
Yeah. Mine, there's like no replay value. Like
they
I know that, but
stay, right? They actually stay in your channel longer, or keep playing your video, right? That's minutes count, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that correct?
Oh, but if the same person also clicks on it multiple times, and then they'll be like, "Oh, wait, this is actually a video that we want to show more people because people are."
Because it's hooking people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what also makes a hell of money is like BMW problem and how to fix videos.
No,
BMWs are always breaking down, and there's so many on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are always looking that up. Like, what's wrong? Like, this is what happened to my BMW. People watch that, how to fix something. So stuff like that, you'll get a hell of views too. Because like you said, they'll be watching it forever.
For real, like you could be like how to change headlights, something like that. From a 2001, 2005 Honda Civic.
Right.
And then, dude, it just how to change light bulb, how to change wipers. Man, that's what we gotta do.
Even like Scotty Kilmer, is that his name? Like he has like the most random videos. I sit there and watch him though. I'm like,
dude, is that the long hair dude? Right?
No, he's the older guy with the glasses. Yeah. He always wears glasses, and
that's the guy's like I would
his
never
hair's gone, and
let me see.
He talks in a real wild voice, like hey, But he has like 4.5 million subs. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah. This is the dude, the round glasses dude.
Yeah,
dude, this guy. Yeah, I've seen his videos because like I was like researching something about RAV4, and his was like pushed, and he's like he gives advices, right? Like don't buy this if you don't plan on keeping it for 4 years. Like if you plan on keeping this for 5 years, don't buy it. Yeah, that dude's legendary, and his quality of his videos are like trash. Like,
it's terrible.
On camera. Glenn, you need to look him up. Scotty Kilmer.
So good.
Dude, he's a goofy looking guy. That's probably what you need too.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Waste.
Huh?
I know who you're talking about. I've seen his videos.
BMW big money waste, and Ross Shellington says he sold his.
Yeah, dude, BMW is like absolute. It's a beautiful car, but it's absolutely the worst car you could buy.
It depends. If you can wrench it, you'll be fine.
Those cars.
Also too, you have to think. It's not all BMWs. There are like BMWs that are bulletproof, but there are ones that are just like prone to like breaking. And then if you're not on top of the preventative maintenance, it doesn't give much. It's not forgiving. It's not forgiving about maintenance. If you skip one or two of this, and if you don't let the dealer do it, because the dealer checks on these certain things, if this needs to replace or not, then man, yeah, it becomes a headache.
I just thought, man,
Scotty Kilmer.
4.5 million
Yeah,
subs.
dude. Man,
Crazy.
and look at his glasses. He didn't even buy
Yeah.
new glasses, the same glasses.
Yeah.
Don't need
That's
to.
his thing.
If you buy a car right now, you're stupid. 2 weeks ago, almost
Yeah.
300K views.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 months ago, 5 tools only stupid people buy. 660.
Man, Southtown Finds. I've watched the same How to Smoke a Brisket video for years.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because you keep
So-
forgetting.
so, so those same videos over and over again. I know one of the videos that I did has over 500,000 views was the what you must know about B grades.
Mm,
So I
And
think
that
that's
should
kinda
have a lot of views. Like that's a really good
That-
video. I thought that was a really
that's
good video.
legendary. Even like,
Yeah.
I wonder if your authentic jerseys, like how to spot inauthentic jerseys.
That's right.
Like
That one still
something
gets
like-
comments, so people are definitely still watching that one. I know it's not one of the higher viewed, but yeah, they still watch.
Chris said he taught me to hit my starter with a stick. Yeah, that's what happens. If your starter gets stuck, you gotta unstick it.
So Glenn, what did you do? Like, what did you do when times were tougher, when your views went down? Like what did you to get through it? Because you've had quite a few of those. You've been doing YouTube for like 9 years now.
Yeah, the thing is, so number one, when I was going through that funk after once it came to like 2020, the funny thing is like I had hit the 100K, so I felt like a lot of the stress was like off of me. Like I felt like I was like, man, I have to try to hit 100K subs and try to get there. And I feel like what you said, when you're thinking a lot about analytics and thinking about the numbers, like it starts to get to you to where like you want to hit certain things. And honestly, once I hit the 100K, I was like, well, I did that. I felt like I didn't have a lot of like stress to it. Now I feel like I could just keep kind of like doing the Ross videos and focus on the reselling, and YouTube was just kind of there. But I guess I didn't really look at it as like, man, I'm struggling or things are dying. I was like, I enjoy it. I'm pumping out the videos, whether they do good or not. I'm not gonna let it, overtake me or anything. But this summer, I really wanted to do something different because I was getting kind of like, all right, the same type of Ross, the same type of Burlington. What's something I could do that's new? Then I came up with that idea for the other one. So I think it was really just kind of like sitting there and just like jotting down a bunch of ideas. And then, all right, let's try it. Let's see if it works. And if it doesn't, oh well, as like the East Bay ones. And if it does, then let's keep it going. So, because the
So
East
it
Bay
seems
one,
like
I
you
also
tried-
had like 4 of them done.
But it seems like you did plan ahead and you tried a few things. If they didn't work out, just move on to the next idea and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, just trying to know another idea, but at least also making like at least 4 of them though.
Yeah, you're right. You did.
Because
Yeah.
if I just make one, then I also want to think about like, can I keep making these videos? Because if these videos are taking me, like Jake said, like 10 hours to make,
Mhm.
that is going to start taking a lot of time and effort into your schedule. And if it's gonna take that long ass time, I was like, it's probably not gonna be worth it. So at least know what it takes to make 4 of them.
That's actually smart.
And
Because
see if
also,
it's gonna
too,
wear and tear you down.
if you're in that train of thought, right, your creativity is in that line, I think it's easier to kind of like segment it away, because it could have been like, you could have said like top 20 Jordans that people ignored in the outlets, right?
Yeah.
But now you broke it down to 5, and then now you have 4 videos, and then because your learning curve of that topic is gonna taper down, right? The first one will be the hardest. The second, you kind of know the model, and then the next ones are gonna be easy for you to make. But I think one of the things I noticed though with Glenn is like it's kind of like, I know it's Monday, but it's really like mental toughness for him, because there are times when, even when we did out hustle, like a lot of those kind of like didn't really break out how we wanted it to be, but we did it. Like we did all of it, and then now he jumps to a different one, and then he says it. It's like, man, like YouTube's the same because I've been making the same videos. I gotta switch it up. So that's what he says all the time. I have to find something different, and I think that's really what it is, especially for this kind of like space for I think now because you're trying to grab people's attention, it's not like you're selling something to them. I mean, you are selling something to them that has to be worth their time watching.
Jake, I thought your review of people's brand new people's like new YouTuber sites, I thought that was hilarious. Like, I don't know, I felt like if that gained some traction, that would have been money. I thought that was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to do.
What Jake wanted you to do some random interviews with Sneaker Place employees behind the scenes, combine fashion and deal hunting. Fashion,
Right.
the haircut, the fade.
That's all. I'm all about
sneaks.
fashion. Y'all know that.
That would be your vlog. You go your daily routine, your facial wash,
Right.
your gel, how you taper your thing,
Working
your
out.
barber, working out.
Outfits I match with my mids, just like
Yeah,
have all my mids.
what type of tortilla you buy. You remember that one time we ran into Jake at Walmart randomly?
Oh,
We were
yeah.
hitting home, and then he's like, I gotta buy my
Low carb
fat-free,
tortillas.
low
Right.
carb tortillas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
Exactly. You're in the shower, like, what do you wash first? Step by step.
But Jake, when you do change, like if you do make a change to, because I know you were kind of contemplating whether to stay in the resale game or if you should kind of go towards more of the collecting or do a combination. It's just gonna take time because for a while, like your videos, nobody's gonna watch your videos for a while and stuff because YouTube's gonna be tripping because your algorithm's all different than before and stuff. Just know that it's just not gonna be easy.
I can count on my 28 loyal viewers.
Yeah,
Shit, we got 28. We got 28 loyal viewers right here.
That's what I'm talking about. These 28.
So you got at least 50. At least 50.
All right, 50. Appreciate
Give
it.
Hustle Hacks a style change. It says Jose 05.
That would just be me putting him in some mids.
Let me go. Let me see. I worked the stock room at Ross for a week. You won't believe what I found.
Oh, whoa, banger right there. I became the loss prevention guy. I prevented all the resellers from buying the heat.
I like that. Jake collab with Harrison Neville. He's in Atlanta.
I'm sure Harrison Neville is just jumping at my DM to work with him. He'd be like, "Oh shit, Jake!" Oh, for real.
He local.
I don't know if I want to give him that kind of exposure. I don't think he's ready for it yet.
Yeah.
You or someone needs to work at Ross or Burlington and vlog about it, ideally for the holiday season. Somebody gave me, also my friend told me that idea. Like, how come you haven't done this video yet? Go work at Ross. Doesn't like it matters to you. Go film. And I'm like, I don't even know what the rules would even be working. And what you want to see all the back stuff, like back room and what do they get and.
Well, Glenn would get in trouble from his district manager position at Ross.
Yeah, that would be a conflict of interest. He owns he's a majority stakeholder for us.
You do the Ross security. Let me see what else.
I wonder what's the hiring process like.
I don't know, especially for holiday season, they need workers.
Oh, they probably accept you so quick.
That's very true.
Should I try?
Let's see, top 10 shoes not to buy at Ross. Let's see, RBX, Levi's, Nautica. We can just name them right now. That'd be an easy video. Jake, so what are the other ideas? Let's talk about basketball. We have some basketball ideas. Have you been balling? Have you been out there in the courts?
I've been playing a little bit, man. I haven't really been playing as much basketball either, man. I don't know, like I messed my knee up a little bit. From one game I was like killing these dudes, right? And then I kind of after that game my knee was a little messed up. So I haven't been really running full court in the last like 2 months or so. So
I don't like that. Bad knee.
I don't know yet, man. I don't know.
You're like the relentless resell. Bad knee. Can't jump, can't shoot. Let me go back up and see. There was something else. Oh, do you have a 9 to 5?
Me?
Yeah.
I work from home. Yeah.
You work from home now?
Like 4 days a week.
So you
So
say you have
I
more
got
time.
time. I got time. It's just
Oh, he does have time.
I got
He has
time.
more
I think the
time to edit.
creativity thing is just a little right now. He's kind of in limbo with the creativity thing.
Absolutely.
And me and B had some badass ideas, even talking about Out Hustled is something that I'm glad that we did. I wish that we could do more, but of course we had plans for last year, but all this other random stuff happened. But we had some other cool ideas that we wanted to do.
Oh, we didn't even shoot some cool ideas that were never released.
Let's see. Oh, go ahead.
COVID.
Glenn, real quick, are you gonna film your Chicago trip? I heard you have a Chicago trip coming up. My man told me about that. I was like, what?
Oh,
I was like, I can't go, man. I can't go.
No, I don't have any trips lined up.
Oh, you don't have it? I thought you were gonna do the Chicago thing with the at that warehouse thing.
Oh no trips lined up.
Oh, okay.
He's staying put for now, for a little bit. If Glenn works at Ross, he'll be undercover boss.
Undercover boss.
Let me see. Just show up and you're hired for Ross. Let's see. Anything else? Cool Kicks, do you go any of those stores? I know you do a lot of like the mall hunting and stuff, but
do I what?
Any like Ross, Burlington?
I don't, just because like we see it in your videos where you have to go to like 5-6 stores to make one video, and like I'm like, dude, I can just go to one mall, knock out one video, and in one day I can knock out like 3-4 videos in one day. And like the Ross and Burlington, I'd literally have to go to like, I'd have to spend the whole day, and I might get one, maybe 2 videos. So it's just financially, it's not worth it for me. And I know you can find steals, obviously, because I watch you guys, and I go all the time. I just don't film when I go.
Oh, okay. So Jake, did we learn anything from this live? Not much.
We need impressions.
Oh, we need impressions.
Sure.
That's your number one.
That's
all right.
Because once you get impressions, you'll get enough of them to convert them.
And we also learned that Spanish cool kicks is better than regular cool kicks.
It's getting more views than regular cool kicks.
The reason cool kicks shut him down is because he got more views than his.
Yeah,
his channel was way bigger too. His channel was way bigger. I'm like, what the? I don't think that video got more views than mine. But I was like, dude, you guys are a way big channel. Why are you?
No, it was about to go viral. It was about to go viral, but
cool kicks.
Yeah, he saw it.
Give me credit,
Master. It was trending up. It was trending up.
What about working at like Plato's Closet or anything like that behind the scenes? I wonder what shoes kind of come in.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, that would be cool because I'd be offering everybody lowball. Or
cool.
Probably not even. I'd probably highball them and I'd keep them.
No, Jake, you could find out if your theory is correct about the women bringing in their boyfriend shoes after they break up.
You know it is. It's always
that is so true.
It's got to be.
So true.
In the chat, any rapid questions for Jake before we go? Anything you want to know? Anything? We haven't seen him in a while. People are very happy to see his face and hear from him.
Dude, people have been asking you for months, like, hey, where's Jake? Where's Jake? Like, hey, have Jake on the channel. Have Jake live.
And here he is in the flesh. Sneaker investment, Salton finds. Me and Cool Kicks talked about this too. Remember when people are still doing them, obviously, but like the new releases come out, it's like copper drop or like things like that. I mean, are they really doing extremely well still, or they're? I guess depends who puts it out. But
I haven't looked. Oh, should you hold it or should you sell it? Like those videos. Oh my God.
Yeah, should you hold them, sell them? Let me see. Any new videos from Jake coming up? What's the upcoming deals look like? How's the dog?
I mean, Chase is good.
Where is he? Is he right there?
Man, Chase is quiet, huh?
I know. Super. What a good dog there.
Even though
he's got clothes on now.
Yeah, he's got a jersey on.
Oh my gosh.
He's
that one guy. He's that one guy.
Should he just have his own channel? Just Chase.
He might go viral.
Dog channel's killing it too. I think you gotta get really creative though with the dog channels. Like,
yeah,
you gotta really come up with ideas for
that. Because the dogs don't even talk. They don't even help you.
Yeah, the dog's not gonna help you give you any ideas. So. Let's see Jake's bathroom reviews. Jake is always good vibes. Batar also says Cool Kicks' favorite YouTuber. There you go. Let's see Chase the Chicks.
Jake, what's the best? What's the best shoe of all time for you? Chat ask.
I mean, like I can't. I mean, I can't like. I'm not changing. Like my favorite shoe. Like I'm not saying that you could wear it with everything or whatever. It's the
Right.
Jordan 7 Bordeaux. That's like my favorite shoe. But
Mm.
obviously with clothes, Jordan 1s. I mean, everybody knows that.
Hey, so you say Jordan 7 Bordeaux. So you like the Jordan 6 Bordeaux?
Nah,
Are you gonna cop it? No, I
nah. I
thought it
don't.
was clean.
I think it looks nice, but it's kind of like. I mean, it's not like
It's not the real OG Bordeaux
it's
style,
not calling
right?
me. But it's probably actually better with jeans and stuff because the
Oh
7.
yeah, because it's
Yeah, you
not
can't.
flimsy. Like I said it
Right.
multiple times, sevens are like flimsy, but short sevens are cool.
Yeah.
You could have. I was thinking about it. I was like, you could have done like a top 5 bathrooms of 2021 video, or you could have done something like that, a little spin off.
Cool. Before you came, I think it's before you came on. We were saying I might just make my channel all bathroom reviews around the
All
world.
bathroom reviews. Oh, that's funny.
We gotta take this guy to Bucky's. This guy be there for an hour doing reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
been to
and
a
then I'm
Buc-ee's?
gonna steal other people's from around the world bathroom reviews and dub them.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, have you been to a Bucky's bathroom?
Bucky's like the big ass gas station.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yo,
I've been
it's
to
kind of
one.
like your own personal bathroom.
That place, Bucky's is crazy though. Like first time I
Dude.
saw Bucky's was like I think in Texas, and it was like
Mhm.
insane.
Dude, me and Glenn went to Bucky's to take a dump and drove 30 minutes.
Hey, is
30
there is
minutes
there
out of the
Bucky's
way
by El
just to go to
Paso?
Buc-ee's.
No,
Is it- oh, okay.
no. It's only in like Dallas area.
Yeah,
Dallas, San
something.
Antonio. There's one in
Right.
there.
We
In the
drove
middle.
like 30 minutes to get there. Got gas, took a dump, and then got some pecans.
A luxury
Get some
dump.
snacks.
Yeah.
Luxury dump. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me see more videos from Jake. Zapatas went a little deep. If you have
Oh,
24
there's one
hours
in
to
South
live,
Georgia.
what would your last meal be, and what shoes would you be buried in? Man,
Oh crap! All right,
Last
you gotta
meal
answer-
and what shoes would you
what
want to
would
be
you do
buried
your
in?
last meal and what shoe?
Is there a hit out on one of us or something that
Yeah.
knows about? Like,
Yeah, he
I
mentioned
know.
China earlier, so it must be him.
I'm afraid now.
Yeah, that
Hey, you
was
gotta
a-
answer it. Come on now.
I don't know. Like I'm not like that big on food. I don't
Oh.
know. Probably some pizza or something. To be honest.
Oh man, you're basic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very basic.
I'll say it has to be a steak or something.
All right,
I
Ken.
thought you were gonna say Korean barbecue with us.
I could have said it just for you.
Oh, so you did like Korean barbecue?
No, I like Korean barbecue is cool, but I'm saying like I don't know if I'm gonna have. You know what I don't like about the Korean barbecues is how long we gotta wait for our food.
Mm.
No, because we gotta cook it, and then
Because
you
it's
only get a
supposed
couple
to be
slices.
It's supposed to be a chill hangout. It's
No,
really,
I agree.
You know,
I agree
right?
with that.
Because
Jake's
we
a
wanna-
Jake's a
Jake, we
business
wanna-
guy. Like,
I know, Jake. We want to hang out with you. That's why we took you there. If
Thank
if
you.
we didn't want to hang out with you, we could have just drove McDonald's and sent you home.
I appreciate
You
that.
see what I'm saying? You see,
I-
and then we wanted to play pool table and darts with you. That
mhm.
was like a long night with you.
You know what?
And-
We got to do that again and film it.
We have to.
We got to do that again and film it.
Oh man, I can't do it because now they're gonna see how I hustle.
Oh yeah, what a
So
complete
what-
asshole you are, for real.
Chris said to make a pumpkin spice latte. I missed you video. Easy 100K views. So what if you do like variations of other popular, so what about you're just like redoing videos from other famous channels in your own way,
Oh, that's
getting
a-
your jokes in there,
Oh,
almost
That's
like
an
they're
interesting idea, wow.
parodies.
find all the viral videos and redo it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna redo Glenn's Air Max
Air Max
97 video.
95.
Yeah. See, I think we
Hey,
definitely.
Ross Allington said we must do it again.
Oh, Rush.
Hey, you know I left my keys at. I don't know. Did I tell you
I
guys?
know you did, and Ross Allington had to take you home.
He had to take me home to get my spare and come back and get my car. So shout out to Ross Ellington for that.
Oh, so I thought you came back for it the next day, but you came home.
Well, because my car was there, I couldn't get in it.
I know. I was
Right.
And he took your money. Well, and my money.
Yeah.
too.
Well, he owed me that because he took my money.
Any other questions before we go for Coup Kicks, for the B, for Jake? Wednesday we'll have a regular regular live, nothing new there. Tomorrow we'll do Thrifty Tuesday. Usually after a holiday, stores suck, but hopefully they'll do something good because that's usually what happens. But
Yeah,
Stores
don't
are
worry, guys.
packed.
Glenn's got Thrifty Tuesday lineup like for the next 10 weeks. Y'all
no.
be-
Oh man,
Yeah,
let's see.
stores were packed like crazy this weekend. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I think you're
know.
definitely right.
Yeah, I hate that. Throws everything off for these holidays.
Mhm.
Jake, when you're coming to Cali, are you going anywhere, Jake? Any trips? Anything?
I don't have anything on that like plan, but Cali definitely eventually
Eventually.
to hang with Cool Kicks
Oh, okay.
Cool,
in
where
his
you at? Are you
in
LA
his
or
shoe
San
room.
Diego? Cool. Are you LA, San Diego?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Is there a couch in your shoe room?
No, there's just it's literally there's like sneakers on the floor. It's ugly, dude.
Hey,
Like,
just lay out a bunch of Jordan 1
it's like-
boxes for me. I'll sleep on those.
Yeah, inflatable. You get just inflatable.
See, there we go. There's Nacho Average Finds.
Oh,
Hey,
not
Jake.
your average finds.
There we go.
All right. Hey, Brian, man, I'm definitely gonna do it, man.
There you go. Fresno, ready.
Hey, Brian, I'm gonna sleep on the New Balance boxes at your house.
Yeah, New Balance. Yes, sir.
Is Jake wearing pants?
No, just briefs.
Just briefs. Cool Kicks do a Venice Beach video.
How am I gonna do it, Venice Beach?
Work out at Venice
I
Beach.
know, like they're like, why is this douchebag showing a workout video? People are gonna be like, what the hell?
Or you can just go out there like the professor and just start
Yeah.
crossing
Oh,
one-on-one.
Just
Oh man,
just
yeah,
call
that would
people out.
not,
I can
not
take
be
you.
good.
Hey, might go viral. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna dress like the Spider-Man and then
Yeah.
just be terrible.
that'd be
That'll be
terrible.
the opposite of it, right?
Yeah.
Natural Average Friends will film your comeback video.
Oh, that's enticing.
And you know they're editing. Brian's got the editing.
Yo, Brian's editing is crazy, man.
Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy.
So for that comeback video,
Oh,
man, that could be insane. That might be the next idea. Let me see. Put up a tent, Cool Kicks vibes. To find the Spanish Cool Kicks at Venice. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't shop this weekend because of all the shoppers. Yeah, that gets crazy. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all day. People are off. They're spending money. They're taking the whole families. Lines are long.
What,
You know,
out here, they did have a bunch of restocks. Hustlebee, did you guys get a bunch of restocks of the 4s?
oh, I don't know. I haven't been.
Oh, you didn't even go. Oh, wow! Like there were so many stores that had restocks on the 4s. Like it was insane.
Ours had them. They have. Well, let me rephrase. All the Foot Locker companies had them,
Mhm.
but now, like, I don't know if it's by region, but our stores cannot do first come first serve anymore. So they have to get like a approval
From headquarters, yeah.
Yeah, because our pollens got re-raffled.
Oh,
Yeah, our pollens got re-raffled. Apparently, we're getting Panda Dunks again.
yeah. Oh no, but yeah, that's all on the app, right? That's all
Oh,
on the
it's
app.
on the app. Yeah.
Yeah, but the 4s didn't go back on the app.
Yeah, because ours are still on hold.
Oh,
They couldn't.
oh, they
sell
sold
it.
all of ours in our area. Like every store's gotten rid of theirs.
Oh, yeah.
So I
See,
got-
that's definitely like a regional call. Yeah.
Anybody else in the chat picking up 4s? Lightning 4s?
How many
Anything new?
pairs you got now, Cool?
So I'm giving 2 away for retail, and then that leaves me, I think, with 2. I think that leaves me with 3. I got 3 men's and 1 GS,
Nice.
and then I got 2 more on top of that I gave away for retail.
You're keeping one for the collection or no?
Yeah, I'm keeping 1 and then keeping 2. I'm keeping, I guess, 2 men's and 1 GS for whatever happens in the future.
Investment, baby.
Yeah, 2-year investment.
We'll see. Might trade it for, I don't know.
That's what B said. That's the rule. 2 years, and then
Oh, 2 years.
with
double
4s right
money.
now.
And these the demand's like insane on these. Oh my god, like the demand's just man.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the UNCs, I'm like 50 over market on my listings.
Oh, okay.
And then I accidentally sold a kids for 425 UNC on eBay.
Wow.
No fees. I don't pay fees on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah, so now they're at my kids' size are 450 and my men's are
Ooh.
499. But I think it'll hit there by December for people that are last minute shopping.
Yeah, it's gonna
Those
be.
went down. I felt bad for not grabbing a couple more because they went down a lot.
I know. Like it was easier to get the UNC Force, a lot easier. Yeah, I sold my last Taupe Force. Dude paid I think 465.
Dang.
And I mean I didn't want to sell it, but I've left it there. It's just like next thing you know, the people below you start selling
Mhm.
off, and you're next. So like those kind of like I sold all my Taupe Force, but I sold them over 400.
Dang. Wow.
But like again, like I could, that mindset's like, man, like you'll never get it again. I can't get it
Yep.
again, but it's cool, That's why kind of like those are kind of like my savings account, really. Just
Cool Kicks, did you keep a pollen or did you keep one for yourself? Pollen ones? Cool Kicks?
Oh, me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I dozed off for a sec. I got two. I got two and a grade school.
Okay. Did you like the
I'm like
quality?
hoarding, dude. Like it like man, it's terrible. As a collector, it's freaking terrible.
Did you like the quality on them or no?
Yeah, I thought the quality was fantastic.
Okay.
Not as good as the UNCs, like the UNC ones. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was one of the
Good.
best quality of the year because that white panel is just so plush and so ridiculous. But
or
I thought they
mobile.
were up there. They were up there.
I just don't like it's more mustardy than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they made it the same color as the Lightning Force.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I would be loud.
Man, all right.
But they're coming out with so many releases now. Like I'm like, damn, like I'm not like you guys where I get income from it. So I'm like, damn, I have to pick and choose now. Like son of a monkey. Or I could
Well,
sell
even
some.
when we talk about them on Wednesdays, we're like, dude, how many like LeBrons are they pumping out? How many?
Yeah.
Like, we see them all
I
the
just-
time. I'm like,
I like before I knew what LeBron's to get or not. Now I just don't bother. I just don't even try. It's just waste of brain space. I just don't follow LeBron's shoes or Kyrie's anymore.
I think other than the South Beaches, none of them really got traction.
yeah.
And even South Beach are not even that high.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're not as high as I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
Travis Scott has to rock them, and then they'll go back up.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, anything at this point.
Travis Scott, anything. Off-White. Off-White's just on its way down too, especially with all these dunks. I haven't even tried.
Yeah, man. All right. Great show. This is Juan. I appreciate that. We'll see everybody on Wednesday. So there we go. We saw Jake. He's in the flesh. He's here. He's alive. He's well.
Not in prison.
Not in prison. Nothing.
Oh yeah.
So
He-
any new updates, we'll see.
He was able to post bail, guys.
So we'll see if he uploads anything, and if not, we'll just keep the updates on Jake and see what he does. Follow Cool Kicks. Go subscribe to him.
If he doesn't upload anything, make sure you send him a direct message on Instagram. Just make sure you flood his Instagram.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about him, and you want to see videos. So, all right, go subscribe to Cool Kicks, and we'll see B on Wednesday. All right,
Peace.
see ya.